The sun beat down on the dusty streets of Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, a nation grappling with a complex tapestry of political and economic challenges. Here, amidst the vibrant chaos of daily life, President Ibrahim Traoré navigated a precarious path. He was a leader thrust into a turbulent era, a time when the very foundations of the nation seemed to tremble under the weight of internal strife and external pressures. Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in West Africa, possessed a rich history, yet its present was marked by instability. Years of political turmoil, coupled with the ever-present threat of extremist groups, had left the country vulnerable. Whispers of discontent and dissent echoed through the bustling markets and hushed conversations in dimly lit cafes. The president, a figure of both hope and concern, bore the immense weight of his responsibilities on his shoulders. The international community watched with a mixture of apprehension and fascination. Burkina Faso's strategic location and its abundant natural resources made it a significant player in the regional landscape, attracting both allies and adversaries. The fragile peace was constantly threatened by a complex web of competing interests, a dangerous game of power played out on the world stage. And within this volatile atmosphere, a shadow loomed, a conspiracy that would soon test the resilience of both the president and the nation he led. The events that unfolded would not only shake Burkina Faso to its core, but would also reveal the hidden depths of both courage and betrayal. This is the story of how a nation on the edge found the strength to not only survive, but to ultimately thrive. The meticulously crafted plan unfolded under the cloak of darkness on a seemingly ordinary night in Ouagadougou. The date, etched into the annals of Burkinabe history, remains a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the audacity of those who sought to extinguish it. The precise time, shrouded in secrecy initially, would later be revealed as a critical element in the unraveling of the conspiracy. The chosen location was a carefully selected intersection, far removed from the heavily guarded presidential palace, yet strategically positioned to facilitate a swift and clandestine operation. The method itself spoke volumes about the resources and determination of the conspirators. It was not a brazen, public act of violence, but rather a carefully orchestrated ambush, designed to appear as a tragic accident. The plot involved a sophisticated network of operatives, each with a specific role in the deadly scheme. Months of meticulous planning, covert meetings, and the transfer of significant funds across international borders painted a chilling picture of a well-financed and expertly executed plot. State-of-the-art weaponry, advanced surveillance technology, and a deep understanding of the president's security protocols were all integral parts of the plan. The level of detail and the resources deployed demonstrated a chilling resolve, a commitment to eliminating President Traoré that transcended mere political ambition. The conspirators had anticipated every contingency, or so they believed. They had meticulously studied President Traoré's routine, identified potential weaknesses in his security detail, and even considered alternative escape routes. Their ambition was chilling in its precision, revealing the lengths to which some would go to seize power. However, unknown to them, a different set of players were already watching, their motives far from aligned with the original plotters. This intricate web of deceit and counterintelligence would soon unravel, revealing a far more complex story than anyone could have imagined. The investigation into the failed assassination attempt would soon unearth a shocking truth. The plot extended far beyond the borders of Burkina Faso. Foreign operatives, cloaked in secrecy and operating under the cover of darkness, played a crucial role in the conspiracy. Their nationalities, initially concealed, would eventually be revealed, implicating individuals from several nations with a history of involvement in regional instability. The alleged motivations behind their involvement were multifaceted and complex. Some were driven by a desire to destabilize the region, creating a power vacuum that would allow for the advancement of their own geopolitical interests. Others were motivated by personal vendettas, seeking revenge for perceived slights or injustices. The intricate web of connections and affiliations among these operatives revealed a disturbing pattern of collaboration and shared objectives. Their involvement highlighted the extent to which external forces were willing to interfere in Burkina Faso's internal affairs, demonstrating a blatant disregard for national sovereignty. The investigation revealed clandestine meetings in foreign capitals, coded communications intercepted by intelligence agencies, and the transfer of significant sums of money through offshore accounts. These details painted a picture of a sophisticated operation, coordinated across continents and meticulously planned over an extended period. The foreign operatives' connections extended to powerful individuals and organizations, further highlighting the depth and reach of the conspiracy. The revelation of their involvement sent shockwaves throughout the nation, prompting a renewed focus on national security and a deeper understanding of the intricate geopolitical landscape in which Burkina Faso found itself. The shadows cast by these foreign hands would eventually be exposed, revealing a far-reaching plot that threatened not only President Traoré, but the very stability of the nation. The narrative takes a dramatic turn with the unexpected intervention of Russian operatives. Their involvement, initially shrouded in secrecy, would later become a pivotal point in the unfolding drama. The timing of their intervention was impeccable, seemingly orchestrated with an uncanny precision that bordered on the miraculous. Just as the assassination attempt was about to reach its climax, Russian operatives, who had been discreetly monitoring the situation for some time, sprang into action. Their methods were swift and decisive, a carefully calculated response that disrupted the carefully laid plans of the conspirators. The details of their intervention remain partially classified, but accounts suggest a combination of sophisticated counterintelligence techniques, real-time surveillance, and a daring, almost cinematic series of actions to neutralize the threat. They moved with a speed and efficiency that surprised even seasoned intelligence professionals. The motives behind Russia's intervention remain a subject of ongoing speculation and debate. Some suggest a strategic interest in maintaining regional stability, preventing the further destabilization of Burkina Faso and the wider Sahel region. Others believe that the intervention was a calculated move to expand Russian influence in Africa, countering the influence of other global powers. Still others speculate that the intervention was driven by a complex interplay of geopolitical considerations, personal relationships, and long-term strategic objectives. Regardless of the precise motivations, the Russian intervention proved to be a turning point in the unfolding events. It not only saved President Traoré's life, but also exposed the intricate web of international intrigue and political maneuvering that had been operating in the shadows. The unexpected intervention would ultimately shift the narrative from a tale of political assassination to a broader story of international power plays and the unexpected alliances forged in the crucible of crisis. The actions of the Russian operatives would forever alter the course of events in Burkina Faso, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's history. The aftermath of the foiled assassination attempt revealed a chilling truth. The conspiracy extended deep within President Traoré's inner circle. A trusted aide, a confidant who held a position of significant influence and access, had betrayed the president's trust, collaborating with the assassins in a plot to eliminate him. The identity of this individual, initially kept secret to protect the ongoing investigation, would later be revealed, sending shockwaves throughout the nation. The motives behind this shocking betrayal remain a subject of intense scrutiny and debate. While the full extent of the traitor's motivations may never be fully understood, initial investigations suggest a complex interplay of factors. Personal ambition, fueled by a desire for power and influence, undoubtedly played a significant role. The promise of financial rewards, perhaps offered by the foreign operatives, may also have contributed to their decision. Furthermore, resentment and disillusionment with the president's policies may have provided the emotional impetus for this act of treachery. The betrayal was a profound shock, not only to President Traoré, but also to the nation as a whole. It shattered the illusion of unwavering loyalty and highlighted the vulnerability of even the most trusted individuals. This act of treachery, serve as a stark reminder of the insidious nature of political conspiracies and the lengths to which some would go to achieve their personal ambitions. The revelation of this betrayal would serve as a catalyst for deep soul-searching within the government and the nation as a whole, prompting a re-evaluation of trust and loyalty at the highest levels of power. The weight of this betrayal would be felt deeply, underscoring the fragility of trust and the importance of vigilance in the face of such treachery. The betrayal struck President Traoré deeply, leaving him reeling from the shock and disillusionment. The revelation that a trusted confidant had conspired against him, potentially leading to his assassination, created an emotional maelstrom. He faced not only the physical threat to his life, but also a profound crisis of trust, questioning the loyalty of those closest to him. This personal turmoil was compounded by the immense political pressure he faced. The immediate aftermath was fraught with challenges. The president had to navigate the complex web of political fallout, maintaining stability while dealing with the emotional repercussions of the betrayal. He had to make critical decisions regarding the handling of the investigation, balancing the need for justice with the urgency of preserving national security. The risk of further instability, fueled by the revelation of the conspiracy, loomed large. He faced intense pressure from both domestic and international actors, each with their own agendas and interests. The emotional toll was significant. The weight of responsibility, coupled with the betrayal of trust, placed an immense burden on his shoulders. He had to confront the profound psychological impact of surviving an assassination attempt, a near-death experience that would forever shape his perspective. The challenges were immense, requiring immense strength and resilience to overcome. Yet, amidst the turmoil, President Traoré demonstrated unwavering resolve, his leadership tested but not broken. His response to this crisis would ultimately define his legacy. The fallout of treachery served as a crucible, forging a leader who would emerge stronger and more determined than ever before. Faced with the devastating revelation of the conspiracy, President Traoré made a bold and courageous decision to expose the truth publicly. This was not a decision taken lightly. It involved immense personal risk. By revealing the names and connections of those involved in the plot, he risked further instability, potential backlash from powerful individuals and groups, and even further attempts on his life. The weight of this decision, the potential consequences, were immense. However, the strategic considerations behind his choice were equally compelling. Traoré understood that keeping the conspiracy hidden would only allow it to fester, potentially leading to greater instability and further attempts to undermine his government. By bringing the truth to light, he aimed to expose the perpetrators, deter future attempts, and unite the nation against a common enemy. Transparency, he believed, was the best defense against the insidious forces working to destabilize Burkina Faso. His decision was a calculated risk, a strategic gamble with high stakes. He understood the potential dangers, but believed that the risks of silence far outweighed the risks of exposure. By publicly confronting the conspiracy, he aimed to not only expose the plotters, but also to empower the people of Burkina Faso, fostering a sense of unity and vigilance against external and internal threats. This courageous act would become a defining moment in his presidency, showcasing his unwavering commitment to truth, transparency, and the welfare of his nation. The decision to confront the conspiracy head-on would be a pivotal moment, shaping the course of events and inspiring the nation to unite against the forces of division and chaos. President Traoré's address to the nation was a pivotal moment, a masterclass in leadership during a time of crisis. Delivered with a calm, yet resolute tone, his speech transcended the immediate crisis, resonating deeply with the Burkinabe people. He began by acknowledging the gravity of the situation, the attempted assassination, and the betrayal from within. He spoke directly and honestly, avoiding political jargon and focusing on the emotional core of the issue, the violation of trust and the threat to national sovereignty. Key messages included a call for unity, a plea for vigilance against external manipulation, and a commitment to transparency and accountability. He explicitly named those implicated in the conspiracy, exposing their actions and motivations. Excerpts from his speech, later widely circulated, included powerful statements such as, "We will not be intimidated. We will not be silenced. We will expose the truth, and we will overcome this challenge together." And the strength of our nation lies not in the actions of a few, but in the unity and resilience of our people. The impact of the address was profound. It fostered a sense of collective responsibility and empowered citizens to actively participate in safeguarding their nation's future. The speech was not just a recounting of events. It was a rallying cry, a call to arms against the forces of division and chaos. Public opinion shifted dramatically. There was widespread outrage against the conspirators, but also a renewed sense of national pride and determination to overcome the challenges facing Burkina Faso. The address became a turning point, marking a shift from fear and uncertainty to a collective resolve to build a stronger, more unified nation. The nation responded with a wave of both outrage and solidarity. President Traoré's address ignited a firestorm of public reaction, manifesting in widespread demonstrations across the country. These weren't violent protests. Rather, they were powerful displays of national unity, expressing both anger at the betrayal and unwavering support for their president. Citizens took to the streets, carrying signs expressing their loyalty and demanding justice for the attempted assassination. The atmosphere was one of defiance, a collective rejection of the forces that sought to undermine their nation. Media coverage was intense and largely supportive of the president's actions. News outlets across Burkina Faso and internationally highlighted the bravery of President Traoré and the resilience of the Burkinabe people. While some dissenting voices existed, the overwhelming sentiment was one of admiration for the president's transparency and determination. The media played a crucial role in disseminating information, counteracting misinformation campaigns, and fostering a sense of national unity during this turbulent period. The revelation of the conspiracy profoundly impacted the relationship between the president and the people. Trust, though shaken by the betrayal, was ultimately strengthened. The president's honesty and willingness to expose the truth, even at great personal risk, fostered a deeper connection between him and his constituents. This collective response demonstrated the strength and resilience of the Burkinabe people, their capacity for unity in the face of adversity, and their unwavering commitment to their nation's sovereignty. The people's response proved to be as powerful and decisive as the president's actions. The attempted assassination, far from fracturing the nation, fostered an unprecedented surge in national unity and vigilance. The shared experience of this near catastrophe forged a stronger sense of collective identity and purpose. Spontaneous community initiatives sprung up across the country, demonstrating the people's commitment to safeguarding their nation's future. Neighborhood watch groups were formed, bolstering local security efforts and fostering a sense of collective responsibility. Numerous examples illustrate this newfound unity. In Ouagadougou, volunteers organized themselves to patrol streets and report any suspicious activity. In rural communities, citizens established early warning systems, sharing information and coordinating responses to potential threats. Schools organized civic education programs, teaching children about national security and the importance of vigilance. These initiatives were not imposed from above. They were organically born from a collective desire to protect their communities and their nation. This collective vigilance extended beyond physical security. Citizens actively engaged in combating disinformation campaigns, scrutinizing information sources, and promoting critical thinking. They understood that the fight against external manipulation extended beyond the physical realm and into the realm of information and ideas. This widespread mobilization of citizens, both in terms of security and information, became a powerful demonstration of Burkina Faso's resilience and its people's unwavering determination to protect their hard-won independence and self-determination. The response was a testament to the power of unity in the face of adversity. The aftermath of the assassination attempt sparked a powerful movement demanding transparency and accountability. President Traoré's courageous act of exposing the conspiracy set the stage for a comprehensive investigation into the plot, its perpetrators, and the systemic vulnerabilities it exposed. A special investigative commission, composed of both national and international experts, was established to thoroughly examine all aspects of the conspiracy. This commission was tasked not only with identifying those directly involved, but also with analyzing the underlying factors that allowed such a plot to be conceived and almost executed. The investigation led to a series of arrests, encompassing individuals within the president's inner circle, foreign operatives, and those providing logistical support. These arrests sent a strong message that no one, regardless of their position or influence, was above the law. The legal proceedings, while complex and lengthy, were conducted with a commitment to due process and fairness, ensuring that all those implicated had the opportunity to defend themselves. Beyond arrests, the event spurred significant reforms within Burkina Faso's security apparatus. Enhanced intelligence gathering, improved counterintelligence capabilities, and strengthened protocols for protecting high-ranking officials were implemented. These reforms aimed not only to prevent future assassination attempts, but also to address the systemic weaknesses that had been exposed. The reforms also included measures to enhance transparency and accountability within the government itself, fostering a more open and responsive political environment. The nation's commitment to justice and reform demonstrated a resolve to learn from this harrowing experience and emerge stronger and more secure. President Traoré's response to the assassination attempt transcends the realm of mere political maneuvering. It embodies a powerful symbolism of resilience, courage, and unwavering commitment to his nation. His decision to publicly expose the conspiracy, despite the inherent risks, showcases a profound level of bravery. This act of transparency not only united the people, but also demonstrated a leadership style characterized by honesty and integrity. His willingness to face the truth head-on, even when it implicated those close to him, reveals a leader who prioritizes the well-being of his nation above personal considerations. Traoré's actions serve as a powerful example of leadership under pressure. His calm and decisive response in the face of a life-threatening situation inspired confidence and strength within the population. He didn't succumb to fear or revenge, but instead chose a path of transparency and unity. This leadership style resonated deeply with the Burkinabe people, solidifying his position not just as a political leader, but as a national symbol of strength and resilience. The symbolism of President Traoré's leadership extends beyond the immediate crisis. His actions serve as a powerful lesson in the importance of transparency, accountability, and unity in the face of adversity. His commitment to exposing the truth, regardless of the personal cost, stands as a beacon of hope and inspiration for leaders and citizens alike. He embodies the spirit of a nation determined to overcome challenges, strengthen its resolve, and chart its own course toward a secure and prosperous future. His leadership serves as a powerful example for nations grappling with internal and external threats. The events surrounding the assassination attempt on President Traoré hold significant implications, extending far beyond Burkina Faso's borders. The exposure of a complex international conspiracy challenges established power structures within the region and raises questions about the influence of external actors in African politics. The attempt serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of political stability in a region often subjected to external interference and internal conflicts. The incident highlights the vulnerability of African leaders and the potential for destabilization through covert operations. This event has the potential to inspire future resistance movements across the continent. The success of the Burkinabe people in thwarting the assassination attempt and holding those responsible accountable demonstrates the power of collective action and popular resistance against external manipulation. The incident underscores the importance of vigilance and the need for African nations to strengthen their internal security mechanisms and to foster greater regional cooperation in combating such threats. The narrative of Burkina Faso's resilience could become a catalyst for similar movements, inspiring other nations to challenge existing power structures and demand greater self-determination. The implications extend beyond immediate political ramifications. The event raises crucial questions about the role of foreign powers in African affairs, the need for greater transparency in international relations, and the importance of strengthening democratic institutions and promoting good governance to prevent such incidents from recurring. The unfolding events in Burkina Faso serve as a potent example of the ongoing struggle for self-determination and the resilience of the African spirit in the face of considerable challenges. The world watches as this small nation serves as a potent example for the continent and beyond. President Traoré's response to the assassination attempt serves as a powerful beacon of inspiration, not only for Burkina Faso, but for the entire African continent. His courageous decision to expose the conspiracy, despite the personal risks involved, sets a precedent for transparency and accountability in leadership. This act of transparency, coupled with his call for national unity, resonated deeply with the Burkinabe people and sparked a wave of popular support. His actions demonstrate that decisive leadership, grounded in honesty and integrity, can inspire profound change and foster a sense of collective purpose. The implications of Traoré's leadership extend far beyond Burkina Faso's borders. His example challenges the status quo in African politics, where autocratic rule and a lack of transparency have often been the norm. His actions could inspire similar movements for accountability and reform across the continent. The story of Burkina Faso's resilience in the face of a carefully planned assassination serves as a powerful example for other African nations grappling with similar challenges. This narrative of resistance against external manipulation and internal betrayal offers a potent symbol of hope and empowerment. Traoré's response stands as a testament to the power of courageous leadership in inspiring positive change. His actions demonstrate that transparency and accountability are not merely idealistic goals, but essential components of effective governance. By publicly confronting the conspiracy, he not only secured his own position, but also set a new standard for leadership in Africa. His example could spark a wave of similar movements across the continent, demanding greater transparency, accountability, and an end to the external interference that often undermines political stability. The resonance of his actions could reverberate throughout Africa, inspiring future leaders and citizens alike to strive for a more just and equitable future. The failed assassination attempt on President Traoré marks a pivotal moment in Burkina Faso's history and carries profound implications for the African continent. The event exposed a complex web of international intrigue, highlighting the vulnerability of African nations to external interference and the importance of robust internal security measures. Furthermore, the incident underscored the critical need for transparency and accountability in governance, demonstrating the power of a leader's commitment to truth in fostering national unity and resilience. President Traoré's courageous response transformed a potential tragedy into an opportunity for national renewal. The key takeaway from this narrative is the potent combination of resilience, transparency, and unity. Burkina Faso's response demonstrated that a nation can overcome even the most significant threats when its leadership prioritizes truth and its citizens embrace collective action. The reforms implemented within the security apparatus, the strengthened commitment to transparency, and the widespread citizen initiatives all point toward a nation strengthened by adversity. This strengthened national resolve is not just a testament to Burkina Faso's strength, but also serves as a powerful example for other African nations facing similar challenges. Looking towards the future, the legacy of this event points towards a more hopeful trajectory for Burkina Faso and the wider African context. The event serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of vigilance, the need for stronger regional cooperation in combating external threats, and the significance of fostering democratic institutions and good governance. President Traoré's leadership, marked by courage, transparency, and a commitment to his people, provide the potent model for future generations of African leaders. His story is one of resilience, a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit, and a hopeful beacon illuminating the path towards a more secure and prosperous future for Africa.